In the news, Mount Pinatubo in the province of Males is expected to erupt within 24 hours.
15,000 U.S. servicemen and their families are hastily evacuated from Cork and forced into the housing facilities of Subic, which are already bursting at the seams, with 14,000 Navy personnel and their own families.
I've never seen an operation like this, where one entire facility is in effect emptied into another.
In 1991, the military bases agreement between the United States and the Philippines is scheduled to end. George W. Bush's negotiators are in Manila to renegotiate an extension, but the public sentiment is that after 100 years of military presence in the islands, the United States must pack up and leave. Filipinos are hoping that if they cannot make their former colonizers go, maybe the volcano can. And so, Pinatubo erupts on, of all days, Philippine Independence Day.
So we are in Angeles proper. Kind of gonna do some sightseeing around town here for you guys. We haven't been down here in a while. They rebuild it. The only reason we come down here is for Apple Market. So we're gonna see a little bit more of the city today, you guys. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Our church is still undergoing rehabilitation. Wow.
Under construction.
Some people were asking what I used to do. This is similar to what we used to do. We used to rehab buildings, not this commercial, but this is the inside of the church. Look at the scaffolding. I've worked on jobs where we had to scaffold up over the pews, or where we had to paint the ceiling. We had to redo some ceiling because of the water leaks. It's kind of echoey in here, but we're gonna take a peek anyway. Ah, wow, this is quite the project. You see the gentleman up on the scaffolding, and then they got the netting above in case stuff falls. This is quite a project going on here, you guys. Okay, we're going in. Just 6 in the morning to 6 in the evening. Oh, jeez, we're in a church. Probably can't film in here. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. This is impressive. I don't know if you guys can see the scaffolding up there. You could probably focus on that with your phone, but this GoPro's not going to focus on all that. Man. Alright guys, we are at the History Museum here in Angeles. We're going to go downstairs and see the history. The upstairs at this place is the Museum of Culinary Arts. Show how they used to cook and all. And then in here to the right is an ongoing exhibit. There's a 2-week exhibit of an artist or two. But we're gonna go downstairs right now. So
kasaysayan.
Yeah.
Pampang word for history.
Oh, okay. Okay. We signed in and all, so it's a little loud.
The main gallery and
Air conditioned, feels
the
great.
beginning of our history. So in 1795, the founder of Angeles, Don Angel, after he served as a gobernadorcillo, equivalent to a mayor now, no?
Yes.
In San Fernando. A year after, they went here to found a new place for the expansion of the sugar plantation.
Oh, okay.
Especially sugar.
So that's what started out as sugar.
Yeah, then the people who lives here are the indigenous. Nomadic Aitas.
Yes.
Yeah. So during that time, so they cut this thick forest for human settlement.
Okay.
So when they came here, they brought the image of the Virgin Mary, because the founders, the Don Angel and his wife, they're devotees of the said Virgin.
Okay. So is that the big church over there?
Yeah, the name of the big church is Santo Rosario.
Yes.
After the clearing, there was a religious procession. They believe they protect themselves from any danger.
Yes.
So, and in 1829, the Barrio Culiat, no, the place named before is Culiat, they named after this vine because of the abundance of this Culiat vine.
Okay.
So in 1829, through the effort of the founder, that Barrio Culiat became a town. The name Angeles, named after the angels First is the name of the founder is Angel.
Okay.
And the Holy Guardian Angel. The town was named after Don Angel Pantaleon de Miranda, whose titular patron are the Holy Guardian Angels.
Okay.
So El Pueblo de Los Angeles, the town of angels.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Legacy continues.
Yeah, and then the legacy continues. His son and the grandson, the grandchildren, Don Mariano Vicente and Agustina Henson de Nepomuceno.
1855. I see 1877.
Yeah.
So this is a long time ago. 1840. When was this? This is in.
This is 1796.
Okay. Okay.
And 1829 when Angeles became
1829.
And this is the decree declaring Valladolid into a town. So our documents before is written in Spanish until when the American came in 1899,
I think.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So here's the founder's family.
Yeah, this is
Close
the founder's
relations,
family.
family tree.
From third generation.
Okay. All the way down to
Vicente
1970.
Henson, they own the Hensonville.
Oh, so that's where
They-
Hensonville comes from and all.
Yeah, and the Nepomuceno, they're from Henson.
Okay. Ah, makes sense.
Here are the Augustinians, Spanish priests. And this is one of the newest bell in the church.
The newest bell, 1920?
1920. The oldest bell, last March 6th, it's 200 years. Turned
Okay.
200 years.
Wow. Yes. This is impressive. I didn't know this museum was in this doorway. Establishment of Faith.
So this is the traditional expression of faith that the Augustinian friars, they
Watch that.
introduce the kind of practice, no?
Yeah.
They practice the procession, the pagellation, you know the pageant?
Yeah, we saw that last week.
Last week, yeah?
Yeah.
And then the Christmas, the lantern procession.
Oh, okay.
They call it novenas from a corruption word for novena.
Okay.
Novena is 9 from the word nove.
Yeah.
So it's 9 days Christmas devotion. So every night, 9 days before Christmas, there was a lantern procession in
Yeah.
their vicinity, its barrio.
And they still do this?
Yeah.
To
the
this day?
tradition started 1830.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, a long time.
And this is the reason why the American they settled here in Angeles.
Yeah.
During the Philippine-American War, the President Emilio Aguinaldo is moving up to the north.
Yes.
And from San Isidro, Nueva Ecija, he moved the seat of government here in Angeles at the Pamintuan Mansion.
Okay.
And he celebrated the first Philippine independence anniversary here in Angeles.
Okay.
And that the start of the Philippine-American War.
Yes.
The Americans very near here in Angeles because they try catch Aguinaldo because its government is here.
Yes.
After Aguinaldo, he moved Interlock. The American captured Angeles sometime in August. And this is the longest battle of Philippine-American War in the Philippine history in Pampanga.
Okay. Is that the Spanish-American War?
No.
No, it's
Yeah,
just
it's after the
okay.
the Philippine Revolution against Spain.
Oh, okay.
Because the Spaniards,
Okay.
they sold the Philippines to the United States.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the American, they settled here. The church, they used an hospital during the time in 1899.
Okay.
And these are the wounded soldiers.
Yes.
And the American, they settled here, downtown Angeles, near the train station.
Okay.
Because easy to manage their
Yeah,
their,
in and out.
Yeah, in and out.
Transportation.
But in 1902, they moved where Clark is now
Okay.
because of problem of the supply of grass. Because
Oh.
the American horses, they do not eat the
Yeah.
local grass. When they found out the grass in that area where Clark is located now is good for their pasture for their horses.
Right.
So they moved there, and then the camp they named after Colonel John Miller Stotzenberg.
Okay. So I've seen this, I believe, there.
Yeah.
It's still there, and I remember this name.
Fort Stutzenberg.
Yes.
They named after Colonel Miller, John Miller Stutzenberg.
John Miller Stutzenberg.
He's
Okay.
a Nebraskan volunteer, and he's responsible for the outbreak of Philippine-American War.
Okay.
Because his men, they the one who killed Filipino crossing the Santa Mesa Bridge in Manila because of language barrier.
Yeah.
When the Filipino soldiers, they crossing the bridge, approaching their headquarters, and the American soldiers said stop, but they didn't understand what they say.
Yes.
And then they crossed the street, the bridge,
Yep.
and the American soldiers
Shot.
they shot them.
Oh.
And then the Filipino, they revenge,
Yeah.
and that's the start of Philippine.
That's the start of the war.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then in 1902 they moved here, and then when the aviation started, they deployed one airplane. The Diviland DH-4 became the first airplane deployed here
Okay.
inside Fort Stutzenberg. And then later on, the airfield was named Clark. Major Harold Melvin Clark, because Major Harold Melvin Clark, he grew up in Manila.
Oh.
During the Philippine-American War, the father was stationed in Manila, and Clark, he finished high school at the Manila High School.
Look at, I'm from Minnesota.
Yeah, from Minnesota, but he
Major-
was in Manila.
Was born in Minnesota but raised in Manila.
He
Died
died
in
in-
1919 by a
he-
seaplane crash.
Yeah, before he entered as a U.S. cavalry, and then later on he became a junior aviator with the rank of U.S. Army Signal Corps, leading the flight from Louisiana, and his plane crashed in Panama.
Okay.
That's why the airfield that in the Philippines, they named
Yeah.
after him.
Oh,
And
yes.
then Angeles, that's the start of the economy of Angeles, blooming economy, because of the base here. In 1947, the American gave the liberation of the Philippines, and then they enlarged Clark. It's
Yeah.
about 66,000 hectares
Okay.
up to Tarlac.
Yep.
And then the agreement was ratified, and in 1979 they wanted to shorten their stay here
Yep.
and the area. But in 1991, Mount Pinatubo was erupted.
Yes.
And the American, they left Clark,
Yep.
and the Philippine Senate ended the
Agreement.
agreement of
Right.
the base, you know, and
I think-
Angeles became progressive
Yep.
during the Korean and Vietnam War.
Yes.
So some of the agricultural land they converted into a housing project for the American servicemen,
Yeah.
and the people from different region, they came here for their opportunity. That's why Angeles became the first city in our province.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
why now Angeles is a chartered city. Politically, it's not part of the provincial government of Pampanga,
Okay.
because Angeles is a independent city.
Hmm.
Right now.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, and this is the what happened during the Second World War. So that's the start of the Second World War.
Yes.
Japan invaded Manchuria in 1931, attacked China in 1937, and joined the Axis military alliance of Germany and Italy in 1940. United States
Yes.
then imposed economic sanction on Japan to reserve the military grades. in
Right.
1941.
I remember Pearl Harbor on December 7th.
And then December 8th here in Angeles
Attacked.
at the Fort Stutzenberg in Clark.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes.
like, and then there's a war in 1942. The American and Filipino soldiers surrendered to the Japanese. That's the
Yes.
Fall of
That's when
Bataan.
MacArthur went to Australia,
Yeah.
and then he vowed that he'd come back.
So the American soldiers and the Filipino soldiers, they need to transfer them in a prison camp in Camp O'Donnell in Tarlac, in Capas.
Yes.
So they need walk from Rebeles to San Fernando, because the nearest train station is San Fernando.
The Death March.
Yeah.
Yes.
When they reach San Fernando, they load on train.
Yep.
And then when they get here in Angeles, the townspeople of Angeles,
Yeah.
they prepare food, drinks, and sweets. And then they gave it to the prisoners of war.
Okay. Wow. Okay. And this is the guns from the time.
Yeah, this is a American rifle.
Yeah.
But this only are replicas.
Yeah.
There's
30
are
caliber.
Japanese, and
Okay.
this bicycle, they used
Uniforms.
the Japanese infantry when they came here in
Yep.
1941.
I've seen them in some videos.
Yeah.
Wow. This is some good history. I know some of this history, but I don't know everything, and this will clarify. If you need to, or if you question how this all played out, this is a nice place, or this is the place you want to come to get the real history of this.
Then if you want to watch the video, the eruption of Pinatubo in 1991 until 1995.
This is the eruption of Pinatubo.
Video here.
Perfect. I won't show you guys the whole video, but I will show you what's available if you ever come to this museum and take advantage of this.
The largest U.S. Air Force base in the world, only 16 kilometers east of Pinatubo. Subic Naval Station, the largest U.S. naval base in the world.
This is the art exhibit. This is the 2-week art exhibit. This is
The picture exhibit this month. It's about the in celebration of Earth Month. So 2 artists.
This is 2 different artists.
Yeah.
Collections. Okay. Earth Day. Beautiful art. Look at this. This is beautiful. This is made out of plastics. Artist. I like it. Foods. You can see and this is like strings and. Oh, don't touch me.
It's a yarn.
Yeah.
Made of yarn.
I don't think you're supposed to touch it.
That's the one made in strings.
Yeah. Wow, impressive colors. Hey, Noel, I know you're watching. This reminds me of your exhibit over at Laverne. Wow, impressive. Impressive strings. Copper wire. Okay. Strings. Impressive.
Hindi po kaya walang kaya po kaya
Get it, let me get it.
Rainier, my brother.
He plays this?
He knows, yeah. At school, he plays that at school.
We had little smaller ones back in school, but this is like a real one. This is our gracious host for this museum tour today. And what was your name, sir? Lozier? The big finale. Yes! Copyright. We're gonna have copyright because this is a famous tune by our host. Yeah.
That's the Kapampangan, one of the famous Kapampangan song. They call it Sing Sing. I Have a Ring. And this song is about our culture, our heritage, and especially our language.
Yeah.
So I'm inviting you to go upstairs. I will show you our indigenous script.
Okay.
They call it Kulitan. Before the Spaniards came here, we have our own writing.
Yeah.
They called it Kulit in Kapampangan.
Okay.
So I will write your name in the kulitan in a piece of paper.
All right. Let's do that. Yeah, exciting, guys. This is why we're here. Bring you a little culture and experience and history of this entire place.
This is the office of the mayor before.
This is the office of the mayor before.
Yeah.
Oh, this is impressive. I like this floor. This is very, I like floors like this. Real wood. So this was the dining room?
Yeah, they call it comedor.
This is where they did a lot of business or figuring stuff out.
Then we have the They call it the bangjera, where you wash your hand and
Ah. Oh, right here. And then just pour it outside or whatever. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the old lanterns for light. Maybe even heat if you needed heat. Yeah, that's an old jar, all
I
right.
think my grandmother has this also until now.
Yeah.
Yeah, my grandma.
Oh my word! This is some history, is right.
this is our
Traditional cookware and
this is they called it the Quran, and this is the Kalam, the fire stone.
where the fire. Okay. These
Then we
are
have the rice
wood.
grinder.
okay.
You put the rice and you turn it
Yeah.
to
Make it into not rice.
yeah. And this is the
Powder.
yeah powder.
Oh, old utensils.
Oh, we have this before.
Yeah, that's
When
the
I was a
coconut.
kid.
If you want to get the
coconut.
Oh,
Meat.
you stab it on there and
Yeah,
break
the
it.
coconut.
Yeah.
Ah, I've seen one of those somewhere.
I experienced that.
That's
when I was a
tiny.
kid.
I like that little chair. Yeah.
We have that at home.
And this is
When I was a
the
kid. I guess until now we have that at home.
Yeah. You still have one of those?
Yes, at home.
Oh my word.
Promise.
So we will go there. I will show you the writings.
Okay. This is a nice big room. Big formal room here for the mayor, for celebrations, I'm sure. Yeah, this must be, look across the street here. This is where we were a little earlier, you guys. The church. Let's let the focus of the camera adjust. Wow. There's a lot of history here.
What do we call that?
That's the Holy Rosary Parish
Rosary Parish
Church. Yes.
I'll show you. This is the Kulitan, the indigenous Kapampangan script.
Okay. Hello. Hello.
We're gonna put your
Your signature.
Yes.
So,
This is a artwork that he has
Yeah,
done of
this
the
is,
church across the
Mary.
street. In addition to our names,
And
he only has
Chad.
done 20
Chad.
of those. So we are fortunate enough to be number 9 of 20 there. Yes, I like that in the light.
to Mary and Chad, thank you for visiting Museo Ninganganas
Ah.
from Lucius Sison.
That is great. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
That was very informative and very nice. Very, very good art in our. Thank you for our names and stuff. See you.
Okay, come here.
I'm going to show you again what's going on here.
Seven.
Impressive. I like the cobblestone street here. Okay. Well, that'd be a nice thing to frame up and have for as a memento for coming down here in Angeles City proper and spending the day together, running around, seeing some history in the museum there and the church behind us. Now we have a whole new understanding of what happened here during the wars and the Pinatubos and the writings, the Spanish-American Wars. Hopefully we bring it to you in the right form, everybody, and you're entertained and informed like we have been here today. So
It's free entrance, no?
yeah, free entrance.
Free entrance.
I didn't know we could film in there, but he allowed it, so that was nice of him. But anyway, we're gonna sign off here. We're gonna find ourselves a lunch. We'll see you guys in the next vlog. Say goodbye.
Bye.
You know what time it is. It's
All right.
Adrian time.
right. Shout out to Pilo in the Philippines.
Yeah,
Shout out
baby.
to Pili in the Philippines. Shout out to CJ abroad. Shout out to Lenny from Kingsville, Texas. Shout out to Ted and Priscilla from Iowa. Shout out to Robert and Jonah from Antioch, California. Shout out to Adrian Robinson from Sydney, Australia. Shout out to Felicia Ann and Mason Alexander Cruz from San Antonio, Texas. Shout out to Richard from Las Vegas, Nevada. Shout out to David Farmer from Ita Long Beach. Shout out to Roman Iron from Austin, Texas. Shout out to Paul and Lynn Evans from New South Wales. Shout out to Paul and Gary from Sydney, Australia. Shout out to Nick and OJ from Wisconsin. Shout out to Mike and Arlen of our Philippine Journey. Shout out to myself. Thank you for watching.
Wow, finally! He shouts out to himself! Wow! That's new.
I don't know what to say.
Is not yet the big one. The volcano, as the Philippine chief volcanologist Raimundo Bulubayan said.